Hello folks, this is Sula speaking, and welcome to another commentary video on League of Legends, this one featuring Karthus. This is part 5 of a game that's been going on for quite a while now and has had some nice back and forth between the two teams. We have been behind the other team that we've been playing against for most of the game, but we've been able to catch up pretty well here, and now we're both in relatively equal standing. In fact, we're almost exactly equal in terms of how the towers look. You can see we each have, we've each lost all of our outer turrets. Well, they have one outer turret left, excuse me, but we each have one inner tower gone in our base and then an inhib behind it that's been left unprotected. Now, we saw the enemy team was heading towards the Baron. They've actually already gotten Baron twice, but now we're going to move together and try to stop them from getting it a third time. And look, sure enough, here they are. You can see Jax is in here along with Cho'Gath, but the rest of the enemy team is missing. So first we're going to focus Jax, and Donska gets the kill. Next we're going to focus Cho'Gath. We managed to kill him. Pantheon's going to jump in. Together we're going to attack him, and then we managed to get Pantheon. Now Anivia comes in. And in fact, she's going to try to slip away. She throws down her wall. I'm going to use Requiem. I was hoping I'd be able to kill her, or at least slow her. And boom! Down goes Anivia. I mean, wow. All I can say is Karthus' ult does a lot of damage when you have 720 ability power. I actually didn't think that would kill her. I thought that it would slow her because I have Ryle Eyes. And now the rest of our team is going to focus on the Baron, take it down, and get the Baron buff for us. Meanwhile, I went back to base. Because I was very close to dead, and then I'm gonna rejoin the rest of them after that. Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna rejoin them. They are going to push top lane, and while they're off pushing top lane, I am just going to push the middle lane by myself and try to advance that up into the base. I was already back in the base anyway, and you can see there how much damage. Karthus' ult is now doing about 1100 damage, and it's doing close to true damage because I have an enormous amount of spell magic penetration between Void Staff and some of the masteries that I have. And runes as well, I guess I should say. So they are able to push and get that tower, or I guess they got the first tower, the outer tower. Next, they're going to push on the inner tower, the one inside the base. So there it goes, and then now they're going to go for that inhibitor. Now I've managed to push this next wave of minions up, so that's going to give us another option next. That means that after going for that lane, we can together go for this lane. I will throw down my wall, which does two things. One, it slows anyone who wants to come out after me, like Pantheon. Secondly, it's going to provide visibility, so I can see when enemy champs are trying to come up. And it also allows me to get in a shot or two on the wall. Not on the wall, on the tower, excuse me. Alright, so now we've grouped up here. We've grouped up in the middle lane. Their team is also grouped up. They're also out trying to defend the tower. So what we need to do here is we actually do want to force a team fight because we have the Baron and they do not. That gives us a major edge in any fight that we're going to take here. So this is what the other team did not do. They did not initiate a fight when they had the advantage. So it's definitely to our benefit to try to force a fight here. We just need someone to initiate the battle. We need someone to get in there and initiate. And with our team composition, the one who needs to do that is Sunrise. We need him to get in there and use his ultimate. And as soon as he does that, we can all follow him. That is, get in there, bandage toss someone, and then stun, and then the rest of us can follow. So if Sunrise does that, and nice job, Sunrise, now we're going to follow him in. Mookie uses the Sona ultimate. That gets us our first kill. I'm going to run in there with Defile, and I'm going to pop off my Zanyas, so if the enemy team tries to focus me, it doesn't do anything, and my Defile keeps doing damage. So taking stock of the situation, we got 2 kills, they got 1 kill. They killed Sunrise, but they killed our tank, which is exactly what we want to. Well, I mean, we don't want to have it happen, but that's exactly the situation we want to create. We want to get some of their damage dealers, and we want them to be focusing our tank. So as soon as we have minions now, we're going to push into this base. We're all going to focus on the tower. If Mostly Harmless uses Tristana's attack speed skill, we should be able to take down the tower very quickly. And indeed he does, so well done. We're going to take down the tower, and then we're going to go after the rest of the enemy team here. They use some of their stuns to get us, but I'm going to slow Anivia, and then drop down Lay Waste. And, oh, she actually pops off her Zanyas as well. But I'm going to use Requiem. And I'm able to get 1 kill out of it. So who got down? Oh, I actually got Vigar. Anivia actually did die, but it just triggered her egg. But she's way back behind the tower, so we're not going to be able to get her. We're going to take down that inhibitor. And meanwhile, I see that our bottom lane is getting wrecked, so I am going to teleport back. And this is really a questionable decision. I'm not sure if this was the right thing to do. It might have been better just to stay in the base and try to win the game there. But I thought, I was reasonably sure that our team was going to have to back out soon. I knew that a lot of the enemy team was going to come back up from death. So I was expecting our team to leave their base and exit it pretty soon. And indeed, that's what happened. So you can see Mookie and Mostly Harmless and Donsky all backing out. And so because with them backing out, it made more sense to come back and save our tower and prevent our inhibitor from being destroyed, because we would lose the advantage that we have if they start taking down our inhibs. Now, granted, we've destroyed all 3 of their inhibitors, which puts them in an extremely difficult situation. I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever seen someone win the game when all 3 of their inhibs were down at the same time. I've seen teams win before when they had all 3 inhibs down at different points in time, but I'm not sure I've seen someone win when all 3 were down at the same time. That means that we'll spawn the maximum amount of super minions, super creeps, and so that means that the enemy team is going to be forced to stay in their base, because if they actually try to come out of their base, the minions will just destroy their 2 towers and then take down the Nexus. So they actually have to stay in their base. Meanwhile, that leaves us free to grab all the buffs in the jungle. And if you notice, my Lay Waste is actually doing 827 damage to the Golem, which is just absurd that my skill does that much damage. A skill that I can use every second, constantly. But that's what happens when you get this much ability power. I had nothing to buy, and you can see I still have another 3,600 gold, and I still can't even use it. I've got an Oracle, even though it doesn't do anything. I mean, I guess it spots wards that the other team put down, but that's about it. I've triple potted. There's just nothing else I can buy. There's literally nothing else. In retrospect, it would have been better if I had gotten the Magi's, because I haven't died in quite a while, and I've gotten a lot of kills and assists. But you know, I didn't know that ahead of time, and I'm just not a big fan of the stacking items. I think that they're too risky. You know, what would have happened if I had screwed up and then I got Magi's instead of, you know, say Ryalize or something? We would definitely not be in as good shape if I had been getting killed a couple times. Anyway, so we're going to do the smart thing here. We're going to group up. We're going to force a fight. I guess we could technically wait for Baron, but that seems a little too passive to me. We're going to all group up together, and along with our super minions, we're going to push in. I see Vygar slipping away with like no health left, so I was like, all right, I'll just use my ultimate and kill him. And that way we're guaranteed a 4 versus 5 fight in this upcoming battle, and that's one that I think that we can win. So that was not a wasted ultimate by any means. It gives us a major advantage in this next fight that's coming up. So Sunrise is going to jump in and he's going to ult, and then Mookie follows that up with a Sona ult that freezes them all in place. I use my Zanyas, so I'm not taking any damage, and I'm continuing to do damage with Defile. And then together all of us are just shredding the enemy team. Now Anivia is the only one left, and are we going to be able to kill her? Yeah, and yes, between my Lay Waste and Mookie's use of Sona's attack, we're able to get the kill. And so, of course, that scores us an ace, and that ends the game. So, nicely done, guys. A long game, fun game. So the Nexus explodes. And then, wait for it, the Nexus explodes again! Why did it go off a second time? Well, they actually surrendered right as we were destroying the Nexus. So that's why you saw that. Anyway, lengthy game. If you watched all 5 of the videos, thanks for sticking around and watching them. I hope it was enjoyable. I wanted to cast this game because it was it was a good game for us, obviously. We were way behind. We came back and were able to win the game. And I thought it was interesting. It said a lot about base defense tactics, how to use the Baron, how not to use the Baron. You don't want to do what the other team did and keep splitting off and just sort of diddling around until it disappears. Anyway, in terms of individual performances, I ended up getting the most kills, which was good because we needed someone to be getting a lot of kills. Mookie also had an excellent game. The 17 kills with Sona is not ideal. We'd prefer probably to have them on other people, but hey, well played, very well done. Sunrise did a nice job of tanking. You can see the 23 assists. You know, you don't worry about 2 kills against 6 deaths, you know, when you're playing the tank. The only thing I can say is that for a game this long, Sunrise, you probably could have gotten some more minion kills than just 41. I know that Amumu's not the greatest champ to farm with, but you know, he does have his tiers, and you probably could have gotten some more kills on minions from that. Mostly Harmless and Donsky, both of you guys struggled early, but you guys really did a nice job in the late game. I mean, to bounce back from that rough start, the way that you guys were taking down the towers at the end was very nicely done. So well done. Congratulations. Good team. The enemy team was actually much higher level than us. They had a bunch of 30s. Everyone except No Need for Heroes who was low level, but everyone else was, you know, almost all 30s. So well played. This wasn't us, you know, destroying some noob team that had no idea what it was doing. Just a well played, very enjoyable game. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.